trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at Lumen Field in downtown Seattle.
Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you wanted to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Left side complete to Lockett. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw.
Open man is Eskridge. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. The Seahawks at 4-6 now on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
That is taken in by the tight end fan.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Walker.
Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. First down, Murray. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Murray, that's complete to John Ross. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. They find some open field here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
And Jonathan Garibay out for the PAT.
He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This one fielded at the 5.
The Seahawks take over at 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. See some head shaking on that defensive sideline because so much focus on taking away what he did last week as NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Big game there for him to start.
I love your observation because you would think they'd be prepared for him after what he did the previous week. But sometimes that skill set actually intimidates a defense, and he used it to his great advantage.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, Palmer, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. You got to do it in your own backfield. I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray keeping it himself from 8 yards out.
And the Cardinals are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9. 3rd and
They'll set up a throw.
He's got his tight end Fant. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
They go play action here on 1st down.
Going right back to Fant.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Back to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A huge play there on the screen pass. 64 yards.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there.
With his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Noah Fant with a catch on the crossing route. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
36 yards on the play.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw here. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. After through the raindrops, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the 1st down carry.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
1st down, Arizona.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just...
Murray fighting, lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up, taking it right down Broadway. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense.
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded right around the 8. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And this is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Cardinals will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of sweep kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. They'll throw now on the final play. He hits his target, Lockett, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll send Brown in motion right. Looking to throw again on second down. Murray. It's complete to Brown, right side.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's got it to about the 40. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 104 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Murray now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
Takes it at the 7. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
On the counter, it's Walker.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Murray now on first down. Quick slant to Brown. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a handoff looking right. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 119 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Murray. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Murray going to fire one out wide. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Cardinals add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. The extra point up and good by Garibay. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. But this game well in hand. Perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll look to throw again. He completes this to Walker. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 36 yards on the play. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're...
Touchdown, Seahawks! Ken Walker from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him right in front of him. It's because when he went to the primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as they continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Murray now on first down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. On play action, it's Murray. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. This offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Amari Barno, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll drop to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And they will take a knee here. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Cards, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Seattle, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now on the year. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.